Hey fam, this is your girl Shannon Jackson, your resident host for Living Your Life Without Limits. I bring to you today a special interview with none other than rap artist Rush the Visionary.
Wake up everybody, let's elevate your mind. Live your life without limits, no more wasting time. So don't forget to stay focused while continuing, stay on the grind.
Hey family, this is your girl Shannon Jackson. I'm excited today to bring you our special guest, none other than the latest new artist to join the rap game, Rush the Visionary, where he's going to talk to us about his journey into the rap industry, as well as his new music video titled Love and Legend. Rush, how you doing?
I'm doing very well, very well.
Thank you for being with us here on Living Your Life Without Limits.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so Rush, we've premiered your video. It's doing very well. We're getting some great feedback. I love the video personally, but tell me, how did you get started into the rap game? Because I know you do other things. So how did this come about?
So I've always been an artist. When I was small, I used to draw and stuff. I used to paint. Then when I became around a teenager, I saw other people rapping and I wanted to integrate my art form into that and create that into something positive that I could integrate myself into. So that's pretty much my story.
So when did you actually start rapping? I know you premiered this year, but when did you actually start laying the groundwork for this? Writing and, you hear the stories of how maybe you had a pad and pen or...
So I started writing around my sophomore year of high school. I would just, I would listen to other rappers I love. I always love Lil Wayne, his wordplay and stuff like that. Eminem, Jay-Z is definitely someone I consider the grandfather of everything I'm trying to do.
Yes.
It's people I respect and how they integrated themselves into music. Mm-hmm. I tried to integrate myself into music while still being artistic, still being my own self, and speaking on my own life, because it's nobody can really replicate me,
Correct.
So.
Having your own identity. So, Love and Legends, how did this come about? This song, this beautiful song, by the way, I love it.
Thank you. So Love and Legends, based on the time we're in with the pandemic and everything, and everything going on politically, it's I don't want people to ignore what's going on, but it's I do want people to still gravitate towards the positivity, because it's when people are in confined spaces and people are reacting to what's going on in their own way, and people feel a sense of hopelessness. With Love and Legends, it's I try to remind people of what's important to them, because to me, the things that are important in Love and Legends, or whatever, everything I mentioned should be important to somebody. I spoke on family, I spoke on friends, I spoke on romance, I spoke on competition, goals. That's kind of the double-edged sword of those songs. It's love is everything we're appreciative for, but Legend is everything we're working to.
It's two songs in one when you listen to it. It changes the script.
Yeah, so that's kind of the double-edged sword that starts out with. Huh?
Was that intentional?
It was intentional.
Okay.
It was intentional for them to be combined, because love kind of takes people to a place where it's everybody has those things that's in love. Everybody has either friends, family, or they have a romantic partner or whatever. So that's laying the groundwork for people to be appreciative of what they have. Legends is asking people, who do you emulate? Mm-hmm. Who do you want to be like? What does success look like to you? Mm-hmm. I already laid down the groundwork of what you appreciate. What can you create that you will further appreciate? So that's kind of what the meaning of that song means to me, but everybody's going to interpret it a different way. That's what art is, you know?
Well, I love that it's a very positive message. And as you mentioned earlier today, with the times that we're living in, I don't think you cannot put enough positive energy out, positive messaging out to combat all the hate and all the negativity and fear and doubt that's actually upon the earth, quite frankly, all over the world, and especially in the United States right now. So actually that segues into my next question. So given being an African-American right now and the African-American man being front and center because of the George Floyd and many other issues that's going on, how are you able to stay grounded with a positive message with what's going on today? Because we do still have to go forward, and it's hard and it's very frustrating. We're seeing it with a lot of violence and a lot of anger coming out in different ways. But how do you stay grounded given everything that's going on today?
Well, to me, when I see negativity and I see like negative issues we like face, it's like I try and turn that into a goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to music, it's not that I just want to ascend into the music field. Like I speak on politics on my Instagram page, and there's things that I've written that I'm going to release. That's kind of like a sneak little preview or whatever. I'm sliding in there. There's things that I'm going to release.
Bring that one up later. What's next? Yeah.
Yeah. There's things I'm going to release coming soon that has a little bit of like political conversation. So it's like, to me, it's like I speak on it and I set goals in regards to it. And I speak on like how we as a Black community should combat that and like the little things that I think we should handle it. I'm not going to make this a whole political platform, but I'm just saying like that is part of my brand a little bit, like me speaking on what I feel we should do, me speaking on how I feel we should move forward, you know? So
very good. So the rap industry, from what I hear, is very tricky industry, very competitive. How are you setting yourself apart or creating your own niche? Because I hear it's very competitive. You're hot today and the next person come on, they're hot, and it's kind of hard to break in there. So where do you see your lane at?
We have a saying that it's like they love you and they hate you and they love you again. My thing is engagement, right? So it's like any way I can engage people and like constantly like have a real genuine relationship with my audience personally, to the point where it's like I'm not just telling people click the link. I'm showing people the music or whatever, like straight to them in a convenient manner. And I'm like giving people good visuals, because it's like, I don't try and convince anybody to like what I'm doing or whatever. I do the best at what I'm doing personally, and people will gravitate to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every music video I've dropped 2 music videos. I dropped them both straight to Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like I make it convenient for people to listen to my music and understand what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of part of my thing. Like I feel like I let people into what I'm saying or whatever, and I give people like real honest statements a lot of the time. Like a lot of times I'll post up something I posted on Twitter, and I'm like just yesterday I remember I posted something up saying that it doesn't matter how much someone deals with, like someone might have made mistakes, it's like you still have to move on from that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I try to have real conversations with my audience. I don't try and be like a fake character or whatever. I try to be myself.
Authentic. The word I'm thinking about when you're talking is authentic, being who you are.
So it's like I try and be myself and like create a discussion within that. You know what I'm saying? So
very good. So relatable and authentic is what comes to mind when I'm hearing you talk right now about that. So living your life without limits is just that. Is really encouraging people to take restrictions and take the risks of things that they desired or wanted in their lives, and take limits off of themselves, because things are possible if we put the work and the effort. And I just strongly believe in that many times we are our worst enemy and our worst critic, because we put a lot of doubts and roadblocks or things that we think is going to happen that may never occur, right? So this is how Living Your Life Without Limits became birth. So talk to the audience that will be listening to you. What will you say to them that, in your journey? Everyone has a backstory, right? You didn't just get here and get this way, but I always like people to kind of encourage the audience that, hey, don't give up. I'm sure getting into this rap game, if you just started into it, probably had some challenges for you. But tell us a little bit about that will encourage someone else that maybe you're thinking or struggling into other areas of their life, and how it's worth going to a leap of faith into their desires and goals for themselves.
So the biggest thing that sticks out in my mind when I hear that question or suggestion is one of the most important conversations I feel like I've had in the last couple of years was actually with my producer, my main producer that I make my songs with. He told me, don't look for opportunities, create opportunities.
Well said.
So that in my mind eliminated all dead ends.
Right.
You can't be declined at speaking in a building if you own that building.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want it, you got to find a way to own that building. You got to find a way to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's if I could never rap anywhere, then I would set up food stands at my house and rap out my house. And I would say, hey, there's food here or whatever. And it's all love. You just eat the food and leave. But if you happen to hear me rap and you happen to gravitate to something I say, you're welcome to stay. And I'll appreciate you staying or whatever, because it's about, I give people an incentive to come to me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I try and think from the other perspective, and that's how I create my opportunity.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying? I really try and give to my audience. My audience gets my 100% from me. I don't take anything for granted. I don't beg for a listen. You know what I'm saying? I don't beg for attention.
Well, you've kind of set this next thing up. What we want to let the audience know that you, Mr. Rush, the visionary, will be joining us live at the next Street Love episode, which will be coming to you in the city of Watts, August the 29th from 12 to 2. And you, my friend, will be performing live. And I believe you're going to be doing your latest single. Is that right?
Most definitely. And that's a great opportunity that I definitely appreciate. And
we're excited to have you come and join us. And we're excited to have you come and join us. We're actually been telling everybody about it, releasing some new information on it just today. And we're very, very excited to have you join us. So tell me now, what is next for you? Obviously, this is a great single. You're just getting started. What's next for you? What's next? What's the next phase? I heard you say something about something's in the working. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So in the work, and it's just going into deeper depths of honesty. My favorite line in Love and Legends is when I actually mentioned my mother in it. I said something along the lines of, I never forget my mom. Word to Krista M, I keep my mom in my heart. Never let nobody break your family apart. So I'm going to slowly unpeel what I believe about things in portions of my life. So it's I'm going to be talking about everything politically going on, and I'm going to make a song dedicated to that and to speaking on that, and speaking on other things too, speaking on relationships, and not just the generic R&B songs, but real emotions that people have, real emotions that people aren't necessarily vulnerable enough to have with people. Cause I'm a vulnerable person. I tell people how I feel, and I tell people I speak on how a lot of people feel, but they're not necessarily going to tell you that because they're trying to maintain an image. I don't try and maintain an image. I'm just me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm trying
I
to give people
understand.
me.
So am I hearing you say an album is coming soon?
An album is coming soon. It's gonna
Okay.
be
Do we
called
have
Visionary
a date yet?
Love.
Or are you going to give us that later?
Say it again?
Do we have a date yet?
I'm really trying to perfect it and make it into something that like I never try and give somebody like an audience less than what I feel they deserve for tuning in. So I'm tweaking it. I was gonna think about making it the end of August.
Okay.
But
not
just
ready
know it's
yet.
coming soon, and it's gonna be something that like I really took time to care for. And it's going to be something worth listening to. So.
Well, we're looking forward to it. I mean, Love and Legends is great. I love the visuals in the video. I love the lyrics to the song. I love how you're singing the song or rapping the song, shall I clarify? So it's an excellent song. And I can't wait to see you perform it
More
live.
visuals will come, by the way.
Okay.
That'll come very
Excellent.
soon.
I'm a very visual person, so I love that. You
next 2 to 3
in
months,
my ear right now.
next 2 to 3 months, there will be more visuals, and there will be
excellent.
Like big things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to spoil it or whatever for anybody, but there will be big things coming in. Like, just I always try and make everything bigger than the last thing. So like big things coming down the pipeline.
Excellent. So tell our listening audience and our viewers how they can follow you and reach you and stay connected to you. Give us your handles and give us your information.
So at Rush the Visionary, the has an A in it.
Yes.
Because I like wordplay and whatnot.
THA.
So Rush _ THA _ Visionary.
Yes.
So that's where you can find me on Instagram. On Spotify, same thing, kind of just without the underscores. It's Rush space THA space Visionary. Apple Music, same way as Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Play, Tidal. I'm across the board. I'm making my music available for y'all. Anywhere y'all can get it, go ahead and get it.
Excellent. And I encourage people to go ahead and get it because it is actually a very great song. Rush, thank you again for your time, for coming to talk to us, and also premiering his new video, Love and Legends, on the Living Your Life Without Limits platform. So we're honored to have you do that, and so excited about you joining us again on our second Street Love episode, which will be coming to the city of Watts, where we're giving our wellness boxes out to the community. The first 50 people who come and see us, they are free. And we have lots of goodies in there. I'm telling you, we got blood pressure machines, we got stethoscopes, we got wellness books, we got information. And it's also brought to you by none other than our core sponsor, MVP Attorney Law Office. And we're just so excited to have Rush. MVP Baskin and Robbins is giving out free goodies and free 50 scoops of ice cream and some other snacks. And we also have a drawing for people that click and subscribe before the event. So again, we thank you for your time, Rush. We know we're going to be seeing you within the next couple of weeks. And family, that will do it for us today. Remember to continue to subscribe to us. If you like what you're hearing and coming from Living Your Life Without Limits, set your alarm button. I think it's a click button on there where you can get alerts and see what's happening in the future. Continue to stay connected because, as I always tell you, remember to love yourself. Take care of yourself because guess what, family? You are worth it. See you next time.